Hello and welcome to Softonic's new video game show. We're going to be bringing you 3 reviews today. Horizon Chase, Final Fantasy VII on iOS, and Volume, the new PC game from Mike Bithell. We're also going to be rounding up next week's new releases. What's this show called, I hear you ask? Well, the answer is, we don't know yet, but we should do by the time we hit these wonderful credits. So my challenge to myself is to bring you each of these reviews in about 45 seconds. So let's kick things off with the iOS port of Final Fantasy VII. This mobile port of the PlayStation game that was originally released back in 1997 is perhaps the quintessential JRPG that popularised the genre for many in the mainstream audience. It is vast, and it was originally spanned 3 CDs, which means it's going to take up a lot of space on your phone, but nearly everything else is faithfully recreated. The one thing you've got to remember is that without the joypad, they've had to resort to different control methods, using digital buttons on screen. The only thing is, in combat, the menu-based system needs the digital buttons rather than just tapping the option you want, which feels a little unnatural, but doesn't stop it being great if you're a fan. Talking of classic games, next up we have Horizon Chase, which is an arcade racer very much in the same vein as Outrun or the Lotus series. Now, as the name suggests, you are chasing towards the horizon in your high-powered Ferrari or other cars as you unlock them. And the thing about this is that it looks sensational. Crisp, clean polygons rather than the old sprites mean it has a really vibrant look, and the colours fill the world. The one thing that I really enjoyed are the kind of horizontal lines that go off to the side of the track that will be familiar to people who played arcade games in the 80s. Now, this has been lost from recent races as they tried to create something that looks more real, but it creates a real sense of speed as you move straight up the track, dodging and weaving between the other cars. The other amazing thing is that this is a mobile game, and the lap-based system that they have you going on means that each race lasts about 2 or 3 minutes, perfect for playing between stops on the bus. Finally, this week we have Volume, a stealth 'em up inspired by the Metal Gear Solid VR missions. Now, these take the aesthetics of those games, making this wonderful polygon world that you view from above, allowing you to keep track of all the action. And by putting it in an abstract world, they managed to unabstract the mechanics. This means you can see exactly what enemies can see and know exactly what you're doing and how it's going to affect the world around you, so you can plan your way through it, making the whole thing feel a lot more puzzle-like. Your character in the game is streaming out his virtual exploits to the world that show people how to rob members of the company Gisborne Industries. Now, this company has taken over much of the UK, and now they're trying to inspire people to go and rob from them to get their money back in this modern Robin Hood tale. Finally, this week we have a news flash in this week's upcoming games. Friday will see the launch of Disney Infinity 3.0. First one was Disney characters, the second game was Marvel characters, and now we have Star Wars. Disney is truly taking over the universe. Also coming up before the next show for PC owners on the 1st of September, you have 2 fantastic big games to look forward to. First up, you have Mad Max, the game inspired by the rebooted movie franchise. And then you have Metal Gear Solid 5, the final game in the series, at least from Kojima, as Konami seem to have let him go from their company. And this thing is set to be amazing, with everybody who's got their hands on it saying it's incredible. We're really looking forward to it. And for mobile gamers, you're going to have Lara Croft Go, the game inspired by the incredible Tomb Raider franchise. And if Hitman Go is anything to go by, Square Enix are probably going to do this thing justice. Right, that's it for this week. We'll be back next week with more games, and do subscribe so you don't miss that. Also, remember, on the channel there'll be plenty of reviews and other videos about gaming, so go and check those out so that we know that you're paying attention. Do comment to let us know if there's anything you think we missed or that you'd like to see on the show next time, and we'll see you next week.